Hey, welcome everybody this evening. Tonight is the full moon, which I'm feeling, and I know Amy got in touch as well. Hi, Amy.
Hello.
To say she's feeling the full moon, and maybe you are as well. Sometimes heightened emotions. Sometimes it's a bit more crazy around the full moon, the lunatic time of the month. So yeah, a calming, grounding, centering practice is what we're going to be doing this evening, which is always good to do on full moon, whether we're feeling it or not. It's affecting us. We are, can't remember what percentage, a lot of percentage water. I want to say 70%, and we know that the moon affects gravity through water through gravitational pull. So it is affecting us. It's pulling on our wateriness. So let's just center ourselves in the midst of that. So we're going to start with some pranayama. So begin seated, so get yourself comfortable. We'll just start by grounding and centering. So maybe closing the eyes. You don't have to be cross-legged. You could be kneeling. You could have your legs out in front of you. You could even be on a chair. But whatever position you're in, just kind of shift your weight around a little bit, maybe even tiny little circles so that you feel yourself moving around the rim of the pelvis. So over to the right sit bone, over towards the back rim of the pelvis, to the left and to the front. So we're really just feeling the base of the pelvis. And then if you're circling, just maybe go the opposite direction a few rounds. And then it's like we want to circle into the center. So make those circles infinitesimal. I think that's the word. Smaller and smaller and smaller until they're barely there. And you feel like you've just arrived at the center of the pelvis. So that you feel your left sit bone and your right sit bone evenly pressing down. And if possible, the front rim and the back rim of the pelvis evenly pressing down. It's harder to feel that. And if the lower back is tight, we're probably more on the back rim, but just as best we can, finding that feeling of groundedness through the base of the pelvis. And then bringing your awareness to your lower body, your legs and your feet and your ankles, and just having a sense of weightiness, of just like giving the legs to the earth, giving the bones of the legs and the feet and the ankles to the earth. And there may be tension in the inner hips and thighs, and the knees are quite high off the floor. This is fine. We don't need to force anything, but it's a sense of letting go of holding, gripping, just surrendering to the gravitational pull of gravity drawing us towards the center of the earth. So we feel heavy and weighty in the lower body. And just have a sense of elongating the base of the spine. So we've got the sacrum, and then below that we've got the tailbone, the vestigial tail. A sense that there's a weight hanging off the end of the tailbone that's drawing the base of the spine again towards the center of the earth, like an anchor. As you feel your lower body and the base of your spine getting heavier and more weighted, just see if you can feel a corresponding sense of lightness growing in the upper body, in the neck and the head. You might just want to bring the shoulders up to the ears and press them back and down. So there's lots of space between the ears and the shoulders. The sides of the neck feel long, spacious. Maybe taking Jnana Mudra, where we touch the first finger to the thumb. And because we're doing a grounded class, we can turn it into Chin Mudra by turning the palms down. Your fingertips may or may not touch the floor, just resting the palms on the knees with your thumb touching first finger. It's like our bodies forming a triangle. The crown of the head at the apex, and the hands on the knees forming the other corners. And triangle, an equilateral triangle, like what our body is creating here, is a symbol of stability. We're feeling ourselves grounded, stable. Just take your awareness into your pelvic bowl, your lower belly. Start to breathe into this area. Breathe in and out of your belly. This is our geographical center point of the body. Right in the middle of the pelvic bowl, just in front of the sacrum. Be super aware of that part of your body and breathe from this place. I'm going to do 3 pranayama techniques. I'm going to do 5 rounds of each. So we'll start with the coherent breath. So this is where we breathe in for 6 seconds and out for 6 seconds. So let's coordinate our breath, taking a deep breath in through the nose. And exhaling. And this time beginning. In 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Out 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Out 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Out 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Out 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Out 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Notice how you feel. Still feeling grounded in the lower body, centered in the lower belly. So we're going to do the square breath now, where we breathe in for 4, hold for 4, breathe out for 4, and hold out for 4. Again, just 5 rounds. So once again, coordinating breath. Take a deep breath in when you're ready. And a deep breath out. And then we'll begin. Breathe in 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Out 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Out 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. In 4, 3, sorry, 2, 1. Sorry, keep that going. I'm just gonna get some water. Okay. I'm just coming out at the end of your next round. Full moon energy is pretty crazy. Hopefully that's it for me. Okay. So let's ground and center again. I've been recovering from a cold. This is the last bit. So we're going to do one more breath, and I'm not going to lead it for obvious reasons. I'm just going to grab myself some more water. So I'm going to do, or you're going to do the B breath. You stick your fingers in your ear, and you breathe in, and then you breathe out whilst you're humming. Okay, so I know you all know that one. You've done it with me before, so I'm just going to leave you to do the B breath, and I'll be back having had a great cough and some more water. So the end of your next breath, just coming out of the B breath. Notice how you feel. And let's just sit here for a few more moments. Give myself time to ground and center again. Just notice how you feel after the pranayama. And then in your own time, come to a child's pose, and it's up to you if it's wide knee or knees together. Another very grounding posture, or a very grounding posture. So we want to have the forehead on the floor or on a block. Make contact between the forehead and something. Or you could rest your forehead on the back of the hands or the wrists. But it's really nice, if you can, to have the forehead onto the floor and just to gently roll the head side to side. So we massage the forehead, we massage the third eye. And if you're somebody that carries tension in the head, you get tension headaches, it can feel really lovely just to ease some of that built up tension there. If it doesn't work for you, if it doesn't feel good, you just skip that. For me, I can find it very soothing and grounding. Feel again that sense of weightiness in the tailbone. I think I'm going to try not to talk as much as I usually do this evening, and that's going to be challenging for me. But maybe it's exactly what we all need. A bit of quiet to really drop into our own inner landscape here. So just bringing the forehead to stillness again. When you're ready, Coming up to your hands and your knees, running the fingers, planting the hands under the shoulders. Start to move your spine into the cat cow, inhaling into the cow with the belly dropping, looking up, exhaling into the cat, opening the space between the shoulder blades, moving with the breath. The end of the exhale, coming to neutral, just taking a breath. And then keep the hips where they are, walking the hands forward, Anatasana. And again, try to release the forehead to the floor or a block. Soften the front body. Through the hands, lifting the head, walking the hands back and coming to kneel towards the back of your mat. So instead of sun salutations, we'll do moon salutations today to honour the full moon and then more kind of the lower energy, grounding energy. So just pause with your hands on your thighs for a moment and close your eyes and just watch your breath. This can be a meditation practice, just simply observing your breath, not changing it, just allowing it to be as it is. Finding the balance between staying alert to observe the breath, but not letting that tip over into control. So it's a very fine art. Just stay with that practice for maybe a minute here. Dropping your tailbone like an anchor. Trying to find the neutral curves in the spine. Shoulders relaxed. Jaw relaxed. Simply watching the breath. Just for the last maybe 30 seconds, just really hone your awareness to the nostrils, to where the breath enters the nostrils and leaves the nostrils. Shrinking your awareness to the sensations that you feel in your nostrils as you allow the breath to breathe itself without your control. Simply being present to the sensation of your natural breath. And we're going to move the body. So one breath, one movement if we can. So just taking an inhale here. Exhale, child's pose, forehead to the floor. Inhale, tabletop. And exhale, downward dog. Inhale, tabletop, knees down. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, high kneel, hands to hips. Exhale, hips forward, looking up. Inhale, vertical. Exhale, hips to heels. And again, hands on the thighs. Inhale. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, knees down. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, high kneel. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, vertical. Exhale, back to the starting position. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, knees down. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, high kneel. Exhale, back bend, lift the chest. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, high kneel. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, up. Exhale, kneel. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, forward. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, high kneel. Exhale, back. Inhale, up. Exhale, kneel. Just pause. Go back to watching your breath. We're going to do 3 rounds of moon salutation B. So exactly the same, but we add the crescent moon lunge each side. So when you're ready, inhale here. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, step the left foot forward. Inhale, raising the hands. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, tuck the right toe under and step the left foot back. Keep the heels lifted. Exhale, lower the heels. Inhale, look forward, bring the right foot forward. Exhale, lower the left knee. Inhale, raising the hands. Exhale, take the hands down. Tuck the back toe under. Inhale, right foot joins left, but keep the heels lifted. Exhale, heels down. Inhale, knees down for tabletop. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, high kneel, hands on the hips. Exhale, back bend. Inhale up. Exhale down. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward dog. Inhale, look forward, left foot forward. Exhale, right knee down. Inhale, raising the hands, look up. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, left foot joins right, keep the heels high. Exhale, lower the heels. Inhale, step the right foot forward. Exhale, left knee lowers. Inhale, raising the hands, look up. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, right foot joins left, keep the heels high. Exhale, heels lower. Inhale, knees down, tabletop. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, high kneel, hands on hips. Exhale, back bend, maybe slightly deeper now. Inhale up. Exhale, kneel. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, tabletop. Hands downward dog. Just stay in downward dog a minute. And then on your next inhale, left foot forward between the hands, right knee down. Inhale, raising the hands, look up. Exhale, lowering the hands. Inhale, left foot joins right, keep the heels high. Exhale, lower the heels. Inhale, right foot forward between the hands. Exhale, left knee down. Inhale, raise the hands. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, right foot joins left, heels lifted. Exhale, lower the heels. Inhale, knees down. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, high kneel for the last time. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, kneel. And maybe just close the eyes and go back to watching your breath for a moment. Noticing how you feel. When you're ready, we're going to come back to downward dog. So bring the hands forward, tuck the toes, and lift the hips. Spread the toes, spread the fingers. So I'm going to try to not do all the usual cues I do, so go through the usual checks yourself. And at the end of your exhale, bring the right foot forward now, staying on the ball of the back foot, right knee above the ankle. So low lunge, use blocks if you need. Just have the neck long, looking to the floor in front of the right foot. Back leg active. And then use a block if you need, left hand underneath left shoulder, turn to the right, right hand on the hip, or extend it up. Exhale, right hand down to the outside of the right foot, left hand up or to the left hip, looking up. Back leg strong. Exhale, coming down, spin the back foot with the toes in front of the heel. You can either keep the right hand where it is and bring that left upper arm up and over, or bring the right arm onto the knee now and come up and over. Side angle pose. Feeling the strength in your legs. And to face the floor, bringing the hands down, come back onto the ball of the left foot. Step the right foot back to downward dog. If you really feel it this evening, you could put in vinyasas at this stage between sides with the breath. We meet in downward dog. And then at the end of an exhale, look forward, bring the left foot forward, knee above or behind the ankle, staying on the ball of the right foot. Establish the posture here. Back leg strong, neck long. Right hand underneath right shoulder, left hand to left hip, or extend it up and look up. Exhale, left hand down to the outside of the left foot. Inhale, right hand up or onto the right hip. Exhale, bring the right hand down, spin the back foot so the toes are in front of the heel. Either keep the left hand where it is or on a block, or bring the left elbow onto the thigh, right upper arm up and over. And to the front, bring the hands down, either straight back to downward dog or child's pose, or again, opportunity for a vinyasa. Meeting in downward dog or child's pose. And then at the end of your exhale, step the right foot forward, spin the back foot, so toes in front of the heel, bend the right knee and inhale up to warrior one. So the back foot's grounded, hips face forward. Looking up to the hands if available. Exhale, bring the hands forward, draw a straight line from your left heel to your fingertips. Reach through the fingertips. Inhale back up, release the hands down, interlace the hands behind you. Inhale, lifting them up, open the chest, look up. Exhale, humble warrior, bring the head to the inside of the right leg and the arms up and over. Inhale, look up, look forward, release the hands, step back to downward dog or child's pose or vinyasa. Meet in downward dog. And at the end of the exhale, look forward, spin the back foot, step the left foot forward, a bend on the left knee as you inhale, raise the arms, Virabhadrasana 1, hips face forward. Exhale, bring the hands forward. Find that straight line, right heel to fingertips. Draw the navel back to the spine. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, release the hands. Interlace the fingers behind the back, maybe the opposite way. Inhale, lift them up, look up, open the chest. Exhale, humble warrior. Head to the inside of the left leg, arms up and over. Still strong in the back leg. Pressing back through the back foot. Inhale, look forward. This time we're going to come up. So press through that left leg, straighten it, and just turn the left foot in so you spin the feet parallel facing the long edge of the mat. Nice wide stance, toes face forward. Bring the hands onto the hips. Inhale, lift the chest, look up, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, forward fold. Bringing the hands down to the floor, dropping the head, strong in the legs. Remember, this is a grounding practice. We want to be super aware of our feet and our legs supporting us, connecting with the earth. Inhale, straighten the arms, look up. Exhale, bring the hands to the hips. Inhale, come all the way up. Turn the toes out. Take the hands onto the thighs. Exhale, sink the hips into the horse stance. Keeping the spine upright. And on your next inhale, raise the arms. Press down through the feet as you reach up through the fingertips. Draw the lower belly back to the spine. Draw the tailbone under. Feel the strength in your legs. Inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, take the hands down to the side. And then just walk or even jump, but bring the feet back together. Find mountain pose. If you happen to have a block handy, this could be a good opportunity to squeeze the block between the thighs. If not, we just have that sense of adduction. Spread the toes, root down through the feet, push down actively through the feet, feel the rebound, lift up the body, squeeze the block, drop the tailbone, connect to your deep core, your deep center. Chest nice and open, so we're rolling the shoulders back and down, and the fingertips are drawing down towards the earth, along with the shoulders. The crown of the head lifts, slightly drawing the chin in and down, as if it wants to meet the chest. The chest is lifting to meet the chin. Release the block. Feel the lightness and stability within you. If you're squeezing the block, you can remove it now. We're going to take this centered awareness into the tree, the balance. So keeping that sense, try to find it again without the block, that sense of everything drawing to the center, rooted, grounded, but light. Take the left hand onto the left hip, pick up the right foot, place it into position anywhere except the inner knee joint. Have a steady gaze. Inhale, hands up. And exhale, open. Inhale, palms touch. Exhale, hands to the chest. Inhale here. Exhale, release. Hands to the side. Recenter, reground between sides. When you're ready, right hand to right hip, pick up the left foot, place it onto the inner right thigh or calf or ankle. Arms touch. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, open the arms. Inhale, palms touch above the head. Exhale, hands to the chest. Inhale. Exhale, release. Come down to Malasana squat, taking the feet mat distance apart. And just bring the hands to the center of the chest, turning the toes out, dropping the hips down, arriving in our squat here. Palms together, or have the hands on the floor if you need, lifting up through the spine. Beautiful. Bring the hands to support you behind you as you come down to the floor. Extend the legs out in front. We're going to do some forward folds, and you may wish to use a bolster to make this more kind of, if you feel the need to be very calmed this evening, you could go into more of a restorative vibe at this point as an option, or you can be more dynamic. So if you want to choose the restorative version, the legs are outstretched, maybe the bolster's on top of the legs, and maybe if it works, the head can be supported on the block, the palms just face up. If you just would rather do more classic Paschimottanasana, lose the support and just take the hands forward, drop the head. Either way, relax the shoulders and the face. And then inhale, lifting the head, bringing yourself back up. I'm going to bring the sole of the right foot to the inner left thigh. You can support the right thigh with a cushion if you need, or a block. And again, we're going to come forward. So you could repeat this as the restorative posture, same as before, or again, come into the full posture, your choice. If you do the full posture, it's an inhale up, exhale forward. Otherwise, again, you're just in a restorative posture with the palms facing up, supporting the head, supporting the belly. And then inhale to come up. I'm going to twist to the right. Keep your left hand on your left leg, maybe holding the foot, right hand behind you, maybe all the way around for the left leg. Look over your right shoulder. So you're twisting towards your bent leg. And inhale to the front. Some of us might have gone the other way, so we'll twist the other way, so we've all done both sides. So bring your right hand to the extended leg, look over your left shoulder. So just make sure you twist both directions. And inhale back to the center. Bring your right knee up and bring it to the outside of the left leg if you can, or keep it to the inside. I'm just going to do one more twist, but start by lifting up through the spine, keeping that left leg active. Twist from the navel towards the bent leg, and either hug it into the elbow or press the elbow to the outer thigh. Inhale back to the center. Swap sides, extend your right leg, and the sole of the left foot to the inner thigh, your part. Take the restorative option with the bolster of the block, or inhale, stretch up, exhale, take the hands forward, drop the head. Right leg stays active. And then inhale to come up, turn to the left, turn towards your bent leg, twist here, maybe take the left hand all the way around, look over your left shoulder. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, twist the other way. You can take your left hand to the outside of the right leg, right hand behind you, or reaching for the left thigh. Or you could even take the right foot with the left hand. Inhale, unwind. Exhale, bring that left foot up, take it to the outside of the right leg. Inhale, get tall through the spine. Exhale, twist to the left, hugging that right knee in or pressing against the right thigh. And look over your left shoulder, navel in. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, release. Come into Tirasana. This is the diamond pose. So we have the soles of the feet together, but they're not back by the groin, they're forward. So as you look down, you see a diamond shape. If this hurts your outer knees, take support for the outer thighs. Bring the hands forward to the feet if you can, or the legs. And in this one, we round the back, we just drop the head. If you're quite open, the elbows come in front of the shins, and eventually the head rests on the feet. If you wish to take a block to support the head, then by all means do. Inhale to come up. Now bring the feet back into Baddha Konasana. Maybe you need to take the hands behind you to bring the hips forward. Again, holding the feet if available, or the ankles, for this time lifting up through the spine. And we want to feel that sense of being grounded on the base of the pelvis again, as we explored at the start. So perhaps we feel it more towards the back rim of the pelvis. Maybe we want to sit on a block. In that case, rolling ourselves more towards the front of the pelvis. Lifting up through the spine, shoulders back and down, chest forward. And then lifting, opening the eyes if you close them, bringing the knees up, taking them wide. Again, sitting on a block if you wish. You may want to make this a more restorative posture, maybe creating a slope with a bolster on a brick that you can support the belly on, or coming into a non-supported version. Upavishta. And then inhale, lifting the head, walking the hands back in, bringing the knees up, so using the hands behind the knees to bring the legs in. I'm going to come onto our backs and do a back bend. And because of our grounding theme, my invitation is to do a soft back bend that's supported. If you are feeling that you're in a different vibe and you want to do a dynamic back bend, that's fine. Maybe do 3 back bends, starting with the supported bridge. But what I'm going to do and what I suggest, the theme is to take a block under the sacrum. You could use a bolster as well. On any of its 3 heights, the higher you go into a back bend, the more energizing it is rather than grounding. But if you want to feel that stretch more, you could come onto the highest. But just notice your energy. Does it unground you slightly? If so, come lower. Spread the toes and just relax. You can explore straightening the legs, either one at a time or both together if that feels good for you, or just stay with the knees bent. Sometimes less is more, especially around the full moon. And then just pressing through the feet to lift the hips off your block, lowering the spine back down, just keeping the knees bent for a moment, maybe resting a hand on the belly and the heart. Connect to your breath. And come to thread the needle on the right side, so take the right ankle onto the left thigh, take the hands around the left leg, so right hand through the gap underneath the right leg, left hand around the outside. This is a counter pose. And then release the left leg down and swap sides. And release the right leg down. We're going to come into an inversion. My invitation is Vipariti Karani, either at the wall or in the center of the room. If you're in the center of the room, you'll need a brick under the sacrum, probably the lowest or the medium setting. It could be high, but it's less stable. And we're just simply going to take the legs up into the air here. Otherwise, come to the wall. If you've got a bolster, bring the bolster with you or the block. And take the bolster or the block next to the wall. And just be mindful coming into it. It's a little bit, can be a bit tricky to come in because you're up high. So we sit on the bolster or the block, bring the outer hip to touch the wall and then swing the legs up the wall using your hands to support you. That's important. Try to have the buttocks touching the wall as you ease yourself down. And you should end up with the sacrum and the lower back resting on the bolster or possibly the block. So you're in a kind of a lower back bend, but it's not a strong back bend, it's a restorative back bend. And we get the beautiful inversion for the legs. You could also try this with the legs open if you wish. So either in the center of the room or up the wall. I'm going to take 2 or 3 minutes here. If the legs are wide, bringing them back together. To come out, we're going to bend the knees in towards the chest. Be mindful if you're on a bolster, be careful as you roll to one side, use your hands to support you and gently bring yourself back up. Move yourself back to your mat if you came away from your mat and come to a seated posture. We're just going to finish with another breathing practice. I'm not going to talk it through. That doesn't seem to be working for me this evening. So what we're going to do is the microcosmic orbit breath visualization. This is a great breathing practice visualization for strengthening our own personal energy field, which is really good when external energies are perhaps a bit hectic. So it's a visualization. So when you do this, you can touch your tongue to the back of the top teeth, or if possible, even touch it to the center of the soft palate, at the roof of the mouth, the center of the roof of the mouth, or even Kachari Mudra is where we start to fold the tongue back, so it's pointing towards the back of the throat. So any of those. Kachari Mudra is quite a strain on the lower ligaments of the tongue, but they do stretch with time. So touch the back of the top teeth, but this seals the circuit. Okay, and then I'm going to do 10 rounds and you're just going to count it yourself. And when you've done your 10 rounds, just gently lie down so that I know. And all we do is we inhale, we start the visualization that the breath is at the base of it's on the perineum, or the base of or the tip of the tailbone. And we inhale, we visualize that we're breathing the breath up the back of the body, along the spine, over the crown of the head. And at the top of the inhale, the breath reaches the tip of the nose. And we exhale the breath down the front of the body, again, following the trajectory of the spine. Just at the end of the exhale, hooking it underneath back to the tailbone. So actually the exhale has less far to go than the inhale. So you have to kind of slow down your visualization accordingly. So we're matching visualization with breath. Okay, so it's that simple. Do 10 rounds in your own time. And if you're confused and you didn't really get that, just do 10 slow, deep, conscious breaths. Again, maybe with the chin mudra, thumb touches fingertip, palms down, hands on the knees. Those who are already on the floor, if you're still going, don't rush. Just take your time to complete. But once you're on the floor, if you're ready for Shavasana, great. That's where we're going. If you need a little twist first or a happy baby, then just feel that for yourself. As soon as you're ready, just get yourself into Shavasana. And we're going to have a full 5 minute Shavasana this evening. The ultimate grounding, centering posture. Let go. And if you wish to stay here longer, please do. Otherwise, when you're ready, deepen the breath. Start to move the body, stretch the body, and gradually return to seated. When you find yourself seated again, just bringing the palms together, closing the eyes, and just closing down this practice with gratitude to yourself for practicing this evening. And just again, feeling your center, feeling your groundedness, taking this away with you for the rest of your evening, this quality of energy you've cultivated within yourself. And then gently opening the eyes, blinking the eyes open. Thank you for practicing. Namaste. Apologies for the disturbances early on, but hopefully you enjoyed a bit less talking, a bit more space to feel this evening.